I have to be quick. Whatever you're doing right now, stop. Go to your children right now. Kiss them. Hold them for as long as you can. That's all there is. Right now.
Hi, I'm your kid critic Jack Mooney, and today we are talking about a new Netflix movie that debuted right after the Super Bowl. Yes, that is the Cloverfield Paradox. A surprise to many of you out there, but to me, this was something I was following for a very long time. Actually, right after I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane, which basically, this movie that just premiered on Netflix is the third film in the Cloververse. There is Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and now the Cloverfield Paradox. All sci-fis, all in a way linked together, all really interesting films. I haven't seen the original, but I have seen 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love that movie. Reviews on the channel. It was one of my favorite movies of 2016 too. And now I just finished watching the Cloverfield Paradox. We'll talk about it in a minute. But let's first talk about it. This one was pretty messy. It was supposed to come out in February of 2017. Then it was moved to October 2017. Then February 2018. Then April 2018. And then Netflix got the rights instead of Paramount. And it was just whoa, whoa, whoa. So it was a troubled production. Obviously evident in the film. But I was really looking forward to this film. It was number 6 on my most anticipated of the year. I know, that's so strange. But I love the universe. And I'm really excited. The 4th film comes out in October. Hope they don't push it back. I heard they finished filming, and that one really interests me because it's about D-Day and stuff, and I'm a war buff, so I love history and all that stuff, so I want to see how they combine war and sci-fi and the Cloverfield monster. It's going to be awesome. Okay, but on to the Cloverfield Paradox. I was completely surprised. I knew that Netflix was going to do a teaser, but I didn't know that they were going to say, hey, after the game, watch our movie. I think that's genius for marketing because I don't think this would have made that much money in theaters. Especially, it's got like a 20-something on Rotten Tomatoes right now, so people wouldn't have gone out to see it anyways. Only diehard Cloverfield fans. But yeah, people were intrigued. I was intrigued. I didn't watch it right after the game. I decided to watch The Godfather, but yeah, I love that movie. But then I watched it. It took me 2 days to watch it because I wanted to break it up because it was a troubled film. But yeah, you can tell that there were like reshoots or edits or stuff involved in this film. I'm changing it from this sci-fi into a Cloverfield movie, if that makes sense. J.J. Abrams likes to do that. He did that with 10 Cloverfield Lane too. But basically, it follows this. Something's going wrong on Earth, so these astronauts go to space, and they see the fact that I don't even remember. They do something, some kind of beam thing or something to change something or make. I don't know what was going on. It was like too complicated and too stupid at the same time. But whatever they do up in space, it unleashes all these monsters on Earth. Hence, Cloverfield in 2008 and 10 Cloverfield Lane. That's why all these monsters ended up on Earth. And yeah, we've seen this before. There's lots of throwbacks to Alien. There was a guy laying on a table, and you knew something was going to happen. Worms fell out of his mouth. So instead of an alien coming out of his chest, worms out of his mouth. So yeah. And just like that on the ship, and it's claustrophobic, like Gravity. Even Life, which came out last year. Remember, I didn't like that one very much. But we've seen this before, and it's really not providing anything new. The editing's choppy, but it's intriguing. They do these things where, like, Chris O'Dowd's hand gets stuck inside a wall. I don't even know why, and his hand comes off, and it starts moving around for no reason and helps him out. So that was intriguing, but why was the hand still moving? And then one of the crew members dies, and inside him there's a missing piece of the ship. Why is it in him? We don't know. So it's like, and I'm basing this off of what Jeremy Johns said, and he's a phenomenal critic, and he was like, we're given all these interesting things, but they're like leaving us. They're like, oh, we're not going to tell you why, and we're like, why? We're like, we're the fans of the audience, the fans of we are your audience, Cloverfield, and we want to know, why is the hand moving? Why is this spaceship part in somebody's chest? It's really interesting, and they're not giving us reasons why. So yeah, but I think the acting wasn't bad. Gugu Mbatha-Raw really took to the performance. She did a phenomenal job. Like with the horrible script she was given, she did the best she could. And I'd say out of everybody, she was just phenomenal. David Oyelowo, once again, he's always great. I've never seen a bad performance out of him. He's very underrated as an actor. Great in Selma. Great in this. I think he did a movie called Nightingale too, which was off the charts. Um, One of the actors who works in Hollywood who just really annoys me is Daniel Bruhl. I can't stand him in whatever movie he does. Even in Glorious Bastards, a phenomenal film, he just found a way to annoy me in that. Like every time he pops up on the screen, I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, I tried my best when he was on screen. But they try to work with the tenseness, the tension, and it's fine. What I really liked is the ending. Just like 10 Cloverfield Lane, when the UFOs were hovering over Houston, at the end of this, you saw the Cloverfield monster pop through the sky and the clouds, and that was just a great ending. I was really excited. Other stuff I liked, there was a part, see, half the movie takes place on Earth, and now they're in space. So Gugu Mbatha-Raw's husband is on Earth during the whole Cloverfield mess. And there's a part where he goes into a bunker, and that was just like straight callback to 10 Cloverfield Lane. So I loved that reference. Um, and I know critics thought it was like choppy that they did the Earth stuff. I didn't really find a problem with it. At times I thought it worked because it was a nice balance, because sometimes I was getting a little too annoyed with the space stuff and I want to be back on Earth. I just wish they would have showed some of the monster more. He was only at the end, so that it's obvious that they made a movie and then JG's like, okay, let's just shoehorn the Cloverfield in it somehow. So maybe not the best movie to make it into a Cloverfield movie, but yeah, overall pretty disappointed. I was really looking forward to this film, and it just was a huge letdown. I know, I don't know, I wish Netflix would release how many people view each of their shows or movies, but I guess not. But I bet right after the Super Bowl, a lot of people were watching this because it was intriguing. It was a nice, which you saw. I showed it before I started talking. It's an interesting teaser. It's like, oh, Cloverfield. I want to find out more. But yeah, if grade wise, I'd give it a C minus. Definitely, because I remember I gave like 10 Cloverfield Lane like an A minus. So a big decrease. But we got Overlord coming out in October. Hopefully they don't shift it. And World War II and Cloverfield. It's an interesting combo, and I cannot wait for that film. So yeah, I'm your kid critic Jack Mooney. I'm going to say watch the Cloverfield Paradox because it is a nice entry in the Cloververse. It's the third one. So if you're a fan, you kind of have to watch it because it does provide nice background information. Okay, bye.